So our problem is not only, if we think about it actually, not only is why is it not showing up in the right radius? Well, it's also because we're using a radius incorrectly here. This parameter over here should be the width, and this should be the height, which means it needs to be the diameter, not this radius. So 2x. So now, if we run it, now that looks like something with a diameter of 75, and it's looking at 50-50. So now we need to do some distance calculations. We can figure out a city is inside here if we take the center of the circle and calculate the distance to a city. And if that distance is less than the radius of the circle, then it's inside the circle. So we'll copy this and use another for loop to find out which of these guys are inside the circle. So for each of these cities, okay, for each of these cities, if they're inside of the circle, so int, so let's go with double distance is equal to, and the distance between 2 points is equal to the square root of each of their coordinates added to get the squared added together. So int, see, so radius. So let's go ahead and say, right, so we've got we need the int. The difference in the x's is equal to city plus x minus radius dot x. So that's the distance in the x coordinate. Radius x. And which one should subtract really doesn't matter in this case. And dy for the y coordinates. So now the distance is equal to these differences squared. Dx times dx plus dy times dy. So the sum of their differences squared. So now what we've got, they're all red because I just simply said let's draw over all of them, right? We've got a for loop that draws them and then set the color red, then we draw another one. But let's go say if the distance is less than radius, then we'll draw it. In other words, if it's inside of here, we'll draw it. And so everything that was inside this radius turned red, and everything that wasn't, which was just one object, 1 point, wasn't drawn red. Nice. So let's go ahead and set it up and say maybe it's at location 100, 150. Let's go ahead and run it. Over here, nothing was in there. So that was our program. And the points helped, but it was still a tough program. So are there other things we can do to make this easier to write? We're going to keep coming back into this and refactor this. I mean, it took most of the class to explain this and write it. So let's go ahead and see what we can do.